Well, hey there, good morning. Welcome to Still Up with 6, where the conversation continues after Texas Today on all your social media platforms. It's just a fun way for us to kind of talk about the big topics of discussion that we either talked about on the show or not even on the show, and just some new topics for you guys this morning. But we want to start off with our talker of the day. Of course, yesterday we had a really long discussion about Kobe Bryant. That was our main topic. It was a hard day for us, I think, on the show and for the country as they continue to mourn the loss of such a great basketball player, a man, and he will be remembered. But this morning we're actually asking what people think about the NBA logo in specific when it comes to Kobe.
Yeah, so right now there's a petition online. It has something like 1.6 million signatures on change.org. And the push right now is to get the NBA logo, which of course is right now the silhouette of the great Jerry West. People are pushing now to get that changed to perhaps some depiction of Kobe Bryant, whether that be a silhouette or not, in honor to pay tribute to the late legend. And we're asking you guys what you think at home. Now, it was an interesting split on our poll today. You can see that right there on your screen if you guys are watching at home. 84% of you were not for this, and we saw a number of comments outlining why. Just 16% of you said yes. I was actually kind of surprised at those numbers. I would have thought more people. Now, this does seem a little too overt, a little bit too much. Too specific, because that's just Kobe Bryant. But if there was some kind of silhouette, perhaps, it could be an interesting idea. Yeah, I think so, too. And I think that, you know, maybe the majority of the people who voted, and by the way, there's still plenty of time for you to vote. All you have to do is go to the app and vote there. Our live poll is still open for you guys to weigh in and change those numbers. But I do think a big reason why a lot of our viewers have said no, they don't think we should change this logo is because I think a lot of people are emotional right now. I think a lot of people are acting based off emotion. These pitches, these change.org pages are becoming a thing because people are emotional and they want to honor Kobe Bryant. He died tragically. This was not something that anyone saw coming, and I think that that's what makes it even harder for people who are going through the mourning process of Kobe. And I think that that's why maybe they are proposing that we change the logo of the NBA from Jerry West to Kobe Bryant. Yeah, so is it a knee-jerk reaction? What do you guys think? I think that there's obviously some emotion playing a role here. Yeah. I think some interesting comment on our Facebook page saying, hey, maybe take a step back, wait for a little bit before making any type of emotional decision. Certainly, we've seen the impact it's had. You know, whether you liked Kobe or you didn't like Kobe, you can't deny the fact that he had a massive impact on so many people. So it is an interesting question, and we got some different perspectives on our talker of the day that I thought were pretty interesting.
Yeah, but it was also interesting to see a majority of people simply saying no throughout the entire morning. Usually we see the numbers really fluctuate and sometimes even go down the middle, but more people are starting to sign this. But as we know with these change.org petitions, unfortunately, we don't always necessarily see the change we're asking for or the petition is asking for. So I don't know how this will go and how this will progress, but if I can predict one thing, I can say I don't think that they're going to change the entire logo of the NBA. I think they'll find another way to honor Kobe.
I guess we'll have to wait and see, but weigh in on Talk of the Day. Leave us your comments if you're watching on Facebook. We are following along with you here, so we can read your comments in real time. Let us know what you guys think at home. Is this the right move, or is this kind of a knee-jerk emotional reaction to the tragic passing of someone who had a big impact on the game?
Let's go from one sport to another. We're talking football, of course. This is a big week. It's Super Bowl week. Super Bowl Sunday is just right around the corner, 5 days away. But is this really the game that everyone's going to be watching? That's what one offers.com surveyed 3,000 people to find out how they felt about the Chiefs and the Chiefs and 49ers matchup that's going to be happening. 53% said they won't be tuning in for the Super Bowl. That's a lot. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, 67% said they don't have a game plan for Super Bowl Sunday, and 20% of those who watch look forward to just the commercials. There's a lot of people out there that are only watching for the commercials, which is a very interesting thing to do. Hey, I'm with the 67%. I don't have a game plan yet for Super Bowl Sunday, but it's a tradition unlike any other. It's you gotta watch along with the Super Bowl. I think maybe it's this year's matchup. I think it's going to be a good matchup this year.
I do too,
but I think it's definitely interesting to see those numbers.
It is. You know, you would think, especially because we have, you know, two teams that we haven't seen play, especially the Chiefs haven't played in a Super Bowl for 50 years. You'd think that there would be a lot more attention and eyes to watch it. But I guess, maybe if it's not your team, I'm sure it'd be a lot different. That vote would be different, especially here in Texas if the Cowboys or maybe the Texans were in. So
you got to think 33,000 people is a relatively small amount of people to survey for this type of thing.
Yeah.
I would interested to see the demographics and things like that. It is still certainly the most watched sporting event in the U.S.
Oh, for
and
sure.
among the top in the world. So definitely very popular, but I wonder if, okay, so Cece says, and I hope I'm saying your name right, but I watch commercials.
Oh.
Okay, so she watched for the commercials. That's an interesting. A lot of people do that. A lot of people will have everyone quiets down during the commercials and to watch some of the marquee ones. So that's an interesting one.
I used to be about the commercials. I used to be really interested, especially in the releases that came out early and who was going to be in what. But I don't know. Now I'm just so into the game that the commercials is the time for me to refill my plate. And some of the commercials get a little dumb over the years. I don't know. Just my personal opinion. If you disagree, let me know. You probably do. But some of the commercials are a little bit dumb in my opinion. So I use that opportunity to go refill my plate, get some more food, and get ready for some more football.
I think that also the commercials right now, a lot of them are released beforehand, or you can see them on YouTube, you can see them online. So it's not exactly, marquee watching, scheduled watching.
Yeah.
Quentin, good morning to you. Rest in peace, Kobe. Of course, rest in peace. And good morning to you, Sam. Good to see us back. Yeah, back. Still Up with Six is back. And thanks for watching, Sam.
Let's see. So yeah, continue telling us if you guys plan to watch the Super Bowl. What are you watching for? Is it going to be the commercials or maybe even the halftime show? I'm excited for this year's halftime show. It's going to be two very talented artists, of course, Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. I think it's going to be a great one. Let's see. Jacqueline saying, I only watch for commercials unless my team is playing. Yeah, I think a lot of people can feel that, I only watch because of this reason when the team isn't playing. It's so hard for you to be all in, right?
I think that you got to find your reason. And I know that if my team's not playing, I like to watch the football, of course, and see a good football game. I also like to follow along with the prop bets. Did the national anthem go under or over? Whose name was mentioned first? The color of the Gatorade? That type of thing is always interesting to me. Jennifer says, I love the strategy, the long runs, interceptions, and awesome touchdowns. Jennifer is all about
football.
Awesome.
Let's see. Any other comments? What are you guys going to be watching for? Yeah, this year it's tough because my team isn't playing, so I think I'm excited to see the matchup between two good teams and two good quarterbacks, but I'm also excited, like I said, about the halftime show. I think this year I'm looking forward to it. Good morning to you, Walter. And Quentin says he used to do security for the LA. I'm not sure if he meant LA Lakers, but that would be very interesting. Wow. But certainly there's going to be that, Kobe will be the talk of the Super Bowl as well. People, I think, will be watching for what kind of tributes are made. Which I'm sure there's going to be many of them. Throughout the game, so that could be another thing that people are watching for this year. Let's talk about this because it's a really interesting, I do want to say good morning to you, Martin. Thank you so much for joining us. This is an interesting, Packers should have been there, Corey. Listen, Packers should have been there because they were on my league. I had them as my last team going, so I'm with you. But this is an interesting topic of discussion. Might grow some people out, might have you guys really talking about it. A lot of you guys have TVs in your bathrooms. That's a new thing, apparently. It's so popular that people are actually reviewing Best Buy TVs just for the bathroom. So they'll go to the TV and they'll write a comment and say, this is great for a bathroom. I don't think it's gross, and I'll tell you why. I don't think it's there for, using the bathroom. I think that maybe if, I bet there's plenty of our viewers out there that watch us in the bathroom as they get ready for their day, as they have us on the background, as you put your makeup on, you're doing your hair, you're blow drying your hair. Maybe if you've got a bath and you want to kick back and watch a movie or something like that, it would be a good place to have it. I know there's plenty of people that have that do have them in the bathroom and utilize them in that way, and so it's not just for something to do while you're using the bathroom. I guess that's true, especially if you are the type that takes some time getting ready, really likes to shower and get dressed and blow dry your hair and make up, and it can be a long process. I can see why TV could be needed, and now you guys have got me thinking about wanting a TV in my bathroom. Yeah, a little small TV can't hurt anyone, and maybe if you're getting ready to go to bed, say you want to watch Thursday Night Football next, and you're getting ready to go to bed before the game, and you got it going on in the bathroom. I'm missing a second of the action. I can see that. I can see why it'd be popular. Jennifer's tuning in for Budweiser commercials because they rock. Quentin says they did security for LA games when Kobe was playing. Wow. That's pretty awesome, Quentin. Thank you for sharing that. That's a pretty cool little anecdote. So, Quentin, one of the people lucky enough to be in the presence of Kobe Bryant. Jacqueline says she'd never leave the bathroom. There we go. Guess that's true. So you just kind of stay out in the bathroom. Your kids are knocking on the door. No, I've got a good movie going here on Hallmark. Yeah. Oh, Martino. Just a couple more minutes. Susie says Seahawks all day, number 12. So yeah, I think there's a lot of good teams that could have made it this year, but it's still going to be a fun matchup. And maybe if you have a TV in your bathroom, you can not miss any part of the Super Bowl this year.
That's right. Pop it on every room in the house,
yeah.
and no matter what you're doing, transitioning room to room, you can always have it on in the bathroom, and that's the American dream, right?
And that's how you don't miss any commercials, the halftime show, or the game.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to do it on Still Up with 6 on this Tuesday morning. We want to thank you guys all for weighing in on our talk today. Plenty of funny comments here, and it was fun having this conversation with you, as it is every single morning.
Yeah, and don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 4:30 to 7 a.m. on Texas Today, and then, of course, Still Up with 6 on all social media platforms, starting at 7:05. We'll see you then.